conversation with myself, ONYEKA, and Victoria. There is no three-way triangle. There is no two-way triangle either.
Two thing does now pisses me off. You're cackling away. What? Everybody just did their day. So whatever side you bring up from the Chihuahuas, you go get it. If you want to get back that.
Tofa is trying his possible best to adjust to the new distance between him and Anita. So according to Tofa, Tofa told Wanni that for the very first time this morning they passed each other without saying or exchanging any words. By them, I mean Tofa and Anita, that they passed each other, no one said anything to each other, that even when he tried to make a body language or a connection, the next thing, Ben came into the picture and started whispering something to Anita's ear. At that, he now had to, forge ahead. And Wanni now told her that since you've asked Anita what the problem is and she said nothing, you should try and, take care of yourself. If not for anything, put yourself first. That even her now, she has advised herself that she will start putting herself first. Although with Sean, she always know the reason if they are not talking. That anytime there is an issue, she knows what the problem is. But since Anita don't want to tell you what the problem is, look after yourself, feel good, be good. Remember the days in Biggie's house. And that if there is anything she learns about this house is that you have the power to put yourself in a positive angle. You have the power to be happy, and Tofa should try and do that for himself. And then talking about Ben, Wanni also advised Tofa to be careful with things he said to Ben. That Ben moves in a very shady way. That she does not even want to go into details what Ben did to her sister or what Ben has been saying. That one is story for another day, but he should just be alert whenever he's having a conversation with Ben. That one time he even overheard Ben saying something about he got closer to Anita before you, he became friends with Anita before you, how they connected during the first week before you and all that. But that does not count now. Just be good for yourself, put yourself first. While Ozee was dressing up, Chizoba came to meet him to tell him that there have been something off about him. Is he okay? I said, well, he's okay, just that lately he's staying off a lot of things. Maybe it's beginning to tell on him. And Chizoba was like, what and what? And he started mentioning how he has decided to stay off eating junks in Big Brother's house. And Chizoba was now asking, like, what and what? He said, well, he does not want to mention the names of the things he has stopped eating, being that they are sponsors. He wouldn't want to do that to biggest sponsor. And then Chizoba was like, anything, feel free, I can fix it, And told Chizoba that seems like a directing question leading to somewhere, and he will avoid it. Meanwhile, earlier on, when he was ironing his clothes, he had a conversation with Tofa. He told Tofa that he has actually took his time to think about everything that happened on Sunday, the whole him versus Victoria versus ONYEKA. That it's to take him nothing to say sorry if he was the one that was wrong, that he's wrong. But then he has thought about it, and there is no place that he's wrong. And the one thing about him is that he does not like something or someone living rent-free in his head. And one thing about this house is that there is no escape routes. If it is outside the world, maybe you just block the person on your Instagram, or shut the person. You have a way of avoiding the person. But here, the person is in the house staring at you. And Tofa said exactly, because if it was outside the world, you might just decide to go off the app, log off and all that. And Ozee was like, not even logging off. You can just decide to block the person, and the person will not have access to you again. And I'm like, bro, you never reached that level now. Well, that recession came, and Ozee told Big Brother that he would like to clarify and clear things regarding what happened on Sunday. And Big Brother was like, be specific. He said with the whole narrative that ONYEKA created, he would like to clear things that there is no triangle. That rather, he sees himself as a big brother in the house. And the more organic the friendship is, the more the bonding. That the whole thing is just a narrative which he wants to clear. And at that, Big Brother now told Ozee that there is no smoke without fire. And he started giving his own theory that you can be passing and other people's fire will just catch your own. And Big Brother now said that's if you've bathed in fuel. That's the only way other people's fire will get you lit on. And that's just exactly what I was saying. You will not say you did not play small role in all these things. As for Anita and Tofa, I would just say maybe Anita is tired of Tofa because in her diary session, she told Big Brother that yesterday she was moody, she was feeling all alone. So she spent an ample time in the garden thinking and trying to clear off her head. That in all these moments, Tofa never came looking for her. Only for her to come into the house and you were somewhere upstairs with the guys laughing quack quack quack. And even when you saw her, you never cared to even ask what kept her away all this while. And she said, in fact, make everybody just day in day, day or day, let me day my day. That since yesterday they've not spoken to each other. That today she tried speaking to him in the morning, but then she said no need, that she's not ready yet. Let her just take her time, that the best thing is just divide and conquer. Let everybody do their thing. And Nelly said for her, while she was in a terrible mood yesterday as well, coupled with the fact that she was not in a good mood, and then you came cracking jokes that even made the matter worse. So in case you don't know, there is a video. Check my last video, you will get the gist, the joke she was referring to. So Nelly now told Big Brother that she's tired, she no do again, she no marry again. That even though SOOJ is gone body too clingy, that she's done. And Big Brother said, that's gone body you're talking about, you possess that as well. And she said, well, hers have not gotten to SOOJ level. The sum is just that these girls are tired. Maybe they talk am because all this mood. Love is a two-way thing, is give and take. So if you're complaining about, oh, you're trying to clear your head, they didn't check up on you, come on, you guys should get busy in that house, please. Moving on, so talking about the allegation that Wanni and Handi has against Ben, they tried to talk about it in the diary room, and Big Brother said that issue will be talked about later. So according to Wanni, she started off by telling Big Brother that Ben is too childish and needs to be cautioned, that although they've had a conversation, they will still love Big Brother to come into the affair. And I'm like, well, let's wait till Big Brother touch that issue, because that's such a big thing to accuse someone of. So if eventually Ben did this thing, I don't think Big Brother should be wasting time still keeping him in the house. And if it's the other way around, I think Wanni and Handi should be, dealt with as well. It's a two-way thing. If Ben actually did what they said he did, Ben should be home by now. If he didn't, then Wanni and Handi should be dealt with as well, because that's a big something to say someone did on a national TV now. Am I overreacted? But anyways, just like the way Mickey and Femi complained about them, Wanni and Handi also mentioned Mickey and Femi in their diary session. And when Big Brother was like, for people you shared authentic hug with last night during their win, that you're surprised to hear all these things. But then they told Big, that they weren't planning to give them a hug, that if not that you said, won't you celebrate with your co-winners, that's the original winners, that they didn't plan to go hug them. And even when they were approaching to hug them, that Wanni said she overheard Mickey saying, oh, you guys don't like us now, stuff like that. Wanni and Handi said they're not comfortable around Mickey, but then they're ready, that they came into the house prepared, that even though they know Mickey and Femi nominated them, they also know that Double K did the same thing, but they are ready. If the house like, they should keep nominating them even back to back, that they are stars already, that even before coming to the house, they've been holding things down, that they are here to even shine brighter, and they can't dim their light for anybody, that if anyone feel threatened by their personality, the person should should exit the house. And at that, they started displaying, them, the whole bomb action thing. and that dog sound. They say there are dogs that are ready to give it to you anyhow you want it. If you're good to them, they will lick you. If you're bad to them, they will bite you. If you come off at them, they will back at you. Anyhow you want it, you will get it. They say the only thing that they won't do in this house is to pretend. No, they can't do that. When Big Brother now asks them how they feel about their ex-mama leaving the house, that's Chinwe. They told Biggie no, that Chinwe is not their mother. Although initially, because they share the same birthday with Zion, so they started calling Zion daddy, Chinwe mama. But later on, Chinwe decided to inherit the whole thing Ruti has against them and joined Ruti's gang. That this leg chain they are wearing was a gift from Chinwe the first week. That they also gifted Chinwe socks. That Zinwes are the only pair. They sat down beside their bed and watched the pictures they came in with. But all of a sudden, because of the whole thing with Ruti, Chinwe changed and started acting a certain way towards them. Although when Chinwe was leaving, they tried to give Chinwe a hug, but she drifted. Now I say, no wahala now. Carry your hug, they go home. Meanwhile, it may seem as though Kelly Ray don't they lose guard though, because the whole admiring Cassia thing in the kitchen saying I'm your husband, even pecking her like anybody could walk in. I'm not sure this guy will be able to keep up with their game plan until the last day. Unless he's planning maybe at some point in the game, he will now say, oh, I now have a thing for Cassia. Maybe starts wooing Cassia before the housemate. But let's see how they go, how far they can go with their game plan. Because he was even asking her about the outfit she was wearing. That she dressed like someone that was going to club. She's looking good, her wig, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. This is still week 5. Are you sure? Are you sure you can keep this to the end of this game? But anyway, let's see how it goes. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to drop your honest opinion about Ace versus Nelita. May government ban sheep. May they ban sheep for Big Brother house. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
It's your husband, baby. Oh yeah, I get it.
Just stay with daddy. No matter what happens, you'll be able to.
Anybody living in my head rent free.